Well, this comment right here is in relation to a video that I did a while back on power of numbers uh, and the understanding of them. I would encourage you to do your research as well as others who might not be familiar with the power of numbers. As you know, if your understanding is, we exist by way of the energy that animates this body, recognize that the energy that animates this body is defined and understood by numbers. You know what I'm saying? And these numbers are connected to a vibration. Notice that when you go to the doctor, your energy is measured. Your vibration, your vibratory rate is measured and presented to you in the form of numbers or understood by the way of numbers. If you're a person who, maybe you understand life by way of a higher power. Higher power does not speak English, does not speak Spanish, does not speak German, does not speak any of the languages that we so-called speak. But it is giving way to different understandings for us by way of numbers and vibratory rates, which we can understand by way of numbers. So for the third one, if you don't care at all, don't care at all to understand the world in which you're living in, that's even more ridiculous than somebody, who does take the time to pay attention to the world in which they live in. But I bet if the numbers on your check don't reflect the numbers that you said you worked for, or the numbers you said reflect how many hours you worked, I bet these numbers make sense then. So, again, pay attention to the numbers and their association with the meaning that we metabolize in this life, that we understand in this life. I get it. You don't understand certain things, so you feel like it's ridiculous that others do. You feel like it's out of this world that somebody else understands something that you don't. But I need you to tap back into when you was a younger number, before your brain became so rigid that you weren't open and became so explicit in your disdain for knowledge and the world in your ignorance, to the point you would say that understanding of this life is ridiculous. The understanding of, hey, you know what, we meet up by way of time, which is measured by what? I'll let you answer that. Guess what though? I love you as myself, and I just took time from myself, took numbers from myself to talk to self, because I remember being you. I remember saying the things that other people understood was so ridiculous rather than seeking understanding. But since I know that, I felt the need to give you some kind of understanding versus just write you off and let you die in your ignorance. But I hope a part of you does, you know what I'm saying, transcend the part of you that doesn't really care enough about yourself to try to understand the world you in. Peace.